Today's lesson plan, first lesson plan is avoiding distractions and meditating. Distraction is one of obstacles, right? And this is a great obstacle in meditation. Distraction. Like outside, teacher is teaching, right? Sound is coming.
Sound is coming.
Somebody is talking. Traffic is passing. So the sounds distract a lot. But if you are so much absorbed into practice, then nothing will distract you. That happens. But in the beginning, that is normal, right? But when you have very, strong willpower, if you remember, the antidote of distraction, willpower. Willpower means your wholeheartedness. You love that. Love is also an antidote of distraction. Loving the thing, what you are doing right now, that time, is very powerful too. You are not enjoying the thing. Enjoying the thing, I mean, the present work, present object, subject, taking interest to that, loving that, focusing that, are mindfulness practice. And these things are very powerful to combat distraction. You may have noticed when you are absorbed, when you are, watching anything with utmost interest, with utmost love, nothing distracts you. You may have noticed, right? So first thing is to start loving what you are doing.
Observing the breath. Starting thing like this. So if you really observe the breath, it won't be like this. It's very light, something. If you really observe the breath,
yes,
it becomes not heavy. It becomes very light.
Lighter.
Yeah.
It becomes lighter.
Really light.
You're right. And when breath becomes lighter, then that moves very smoothly.
Yes.
Smoothly. And the more your breath becomes lighter, the more profound you become. The more absorbed you become. You get. So breath observation looks very simple, but it's advanced practice. It's not beginner's practice. But this is something which is relevant, which is useful to all levels practitioners. This is relevant, this is useful to Buddhas also. Buddhas were super enlightened. He was super enlightened. But still he was practicing breath observation. Anapanasati. Yeah. He used to call it Anapanasati. And actually, after you become enlightened, after you reach the advanced level of mindfulness, then you are always mindful. Your mindfulness is so stronger.
When we start this course, actually I'm a multitasker. Even home also I do simultaneously I do two work together. So I think now I'm really changing.
Yes.
It's a practice, but even our routine also will change. Like our lifestyle also become change.
Yeah.
Multitasking, we just if I am eating and if I am attending the phone, I just remember, okay, I be mindful. First you eat and then it's phone.
Yeah, that is true. You have to be mindful if you are doing multitasks. Because your mind will be distributed in all those tasks.
Yeah.
Of course, you can do multitask, but that will not be so qualitative. Right? What makes anything qualitative is your mind, your awareness, your attention. So if you are, suppose I'm teaching you only, then my entire mind is involved in it. If there will be 10 students, then that will be distributed.
That also distraction also of mindfulness.
That's not distraction. I'm talking about the quality.
Okay, quality.
Yeah. Quality will not be the same. One-to-one is best quality.
Yes.
So you are fortunate that you are a single student in this class. So you get complete attention. Right? So if there would be 10 students, then definitely I'll have to take care of everyone. Sometimes I'll focus you, sometimes I'll focus others. Other. So, but if there are 10 students, but I'm teaching the common thing, although my eyes are moving, but my thing is common for everyone. Right? So my point is unitasking is mindfulness practice. Multitasking is anti-mindfulness practice. But when you become master, then you can do anything. In the beginning, you have to do one thing at one time. Clear? So avoiding distractions, avoiding self-criticism, avoiding esoteric mantras, avoiding buying into doubt. So these are the distractions, and you have to avoid this.
It's not good. It's good or not?
You have to avoid self-criticism. Avoiding self-criticism to an extent is good, but when you become imbalanced, then that is not good. Yeah. Yeah. So anything that becomes imbalance, then that will create problem. Then that is not good, because you have asked good. So anything is good when that is balanced. Like if you are criticizing yourself, in that way you cannot be mindful. Yeah.
Creating
Negative energy. Self-criticizing. This will be
positively we can criticize. That the good things.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you remember, there were some attitudes to cultivate. The first was trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. If you don't have trust, then this is not good attitude. If you're criticizing yourself always, then this is not good. This is not good attitude. Okay. So you have to avoid self-criticism. Avoid self-criticism. Don't criticize yourself. Okay. It doesn't mean that you don't work on your ego or work on your weaknesses. That doesn't mean that you should cherish your weaknesses. Right? If there is something which should be worked on, you have to work, but not criticize. Criticizing is not the way of getting rid of the things, isn't it? So this is avoiding distraction is very clear, right? You have to avoid distractions. How? By loving the present thing. Clear? By taking interest in the present thing. Okay. So the first is very clear, right? You have to avoid distraction, you have to avoid self-criticism, avoid esoteric mantras. Like you're going to practice mindfulness, but you start chanting mantras. Again, esoteric mantras. Esoteric mantras is like you are chanting mantras mindlessly. You are chanting mantras, you chant mantra. Like someone is reciting the part, or someone is doing prayers.
Please, reciting prayer. Reciting mantras. Can we listen and be mindful? That is okay?
Yeah, of course. That is all.
I think it's good.
That is okay. That is okay.
That is okay.
Yeah. But the point here is that that should not be like your tongue is chanting the mantra, and your mind is elsewhere. If you are chanting, chant with mindfulness. If you are listening the chanting, recitation, listen with mindfulness. That is the actually pointing. Means you have to chant mindfully. You have to listen mindfully. So core practice is mindfulness, right? And this is the same thing which was criticized by says Kabir. Mala to karme fire, ji fire mukhmaye, manwa to chahodis fire, yeh to simran.
Poet. He's a poet.
He was a poet, he was a saint. He was an enlightened one. No? Kabir Das. So Kabir was more enlightened than Surdas.
Okay.
Yeah. Kabir was super enlightened.
Uh, Kabir's words like Guru or
Govind.
Ishwar,
Yeah, these Kabir words.
yeah, they come together. First, I have to
Prostrate to Guru.
Guru only.
Yeah.
Because he only
Guides you the
guides you to
path.
God.
God.
I heard that.
Yeah.
It's
So there are many. There are
very
many.
powerful.
Yeah, very powerful.
It's very powerful.
If you will study Kabir's poems, you'll find.
In our school days,
Yeah.
it's very long.
Yeah. Kabir was a saint, a sage. He was adored by Hindus and Muslims also, both. And he had criticized Hindus and Muslims also, both. He criticized all the mindless things. He was in favor of mindfulness. He was telling whatever you do with mindfulness, right? If you are chanting, chant with mindfulness. If you don't have mood, don't chant. This is the same thing. Mala to karme phire. There you'll find there's some Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They're chanting mantra, but mind is thinking something. Wandering. Someone is chanting.
That is in Quran also it's said, if the mind is somewhere and you are reciting, it's not you are not reaching.
Yeah, that's not helpful. This is the same thing. Avoid that. Avoiding buying into dot means dot is an obstacle.
Into
Dot means getting trapped by dot. Because dot is an obstacle. There are 6 hindrances mentioned by Buddha. 6 hindrances. Do you remember? I was talking that. You are here or not? 6 hindrances. Okay. First is sensual lust. Second, ill will. Third is torpor and drowsiness, torpor or slothness. Fourth is restlessness or mental worries. And fifth is doubt. So these are 5 great hindrances, obstacles in mindfulness, in meditation, in holistic life. And what is first? First is, it says sensual lust. Means sexuality, too much sexuality is an obstacle. Right? Always thinking about that, vulgar things, or porn addiction, or all these things. Yeah. You'll find that people, when they don't have any work, they start viewing such things which are vulgar. And that will make them sick, mentally sick. That will not let them progress, focus on their works, right? To achieve the goal, to reach the goal.
Once they become addicted, they become antisocial.
Yeah, anything. But here his point was sensuality, not too much sensuality. For householders, that is part, but balanced, lawful, not unlawful. It's called sensuality. And then ill will. Ill will is thinking negative for others. It's called ill will. Third is torpor, drowsiness. Torpor. 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 Torpor, drowsiness, sloth, laziness. Drowsiness, laziness, lethargy. So this is the third obstacle, third great hindrance. Fourth is mental worries, restlessness. If you're restless, impatient, impatient, restlessness, mental worries, always thinking, worrying about the future, what will happen for tomorrow. If you are worried too much for tomorrow, you're going to focus on today. And then the last, fifth, doubt. So this text says, avoiding buying to doubt is also important. And this is one of distractions. Clear? So these are the practical things. Although you learn theoretically, but you have to practice in formal mindfulness practice and in informal mindfulness practice also. You know what is informal or non-formal?
Like just sitting and doing the tools and techniques, observing the movements,
This is formal.
actions.
Yeah. And what is non-formal or informal?
Like mindfulness, mindful.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. That is called informal or non-formal meditation, non-formal mindfulness practice. Informal, you know. So formal meditation or mindfulness practices when you have a schedule your time and you are doing, you are applying the techniques as formal. And there are lots of things which you have to apply in your informal mindfulness practice. Informal. So when you are practicing informal, then also you have to practice non-distraction, non-self-criticism, non-chanting of mindfulness mantras, right? And not getting trapped by doubts.